Hello YouTube, this is Prime Time. Wanted to put this video together, hoping that it'll help somebody if they run into the same problem with their Omega 36M. So this is my 36M, and I took it out about 2 weeks ago. And historically, so I've had this can. I bought it on June 18th, 2020, obviously for the 9 month period that you got to wait for it in jail. I've had it for about 2 years now. And I've mainly run it on my bolt action. I have a Remington 308. I have a Ruger 223. And I have a Ruger 762 that I mainly run it on bolt actions. So I've not really ever pretty much run it through like an AR. But I did run it through an AR just about a week and a half ago. I did literally 2 mag dumps consecutively. And look what happened to the can. Yeah. After about 1 mag dump, it literally started to almost cook. Not almost. The paint literally bubbled. And I'm trying to see if I can get a better shot. Sorry. There you go. So you can kind of see where the bubbling is. And eventually by the second mag dump, you can tell all of it pretty much already burnt off or peeled off. But it was cooking. Literally, guys, 2 mag dumps. I can't begin to tell you enough how I was amazed that it was only 2 mag dumps. And this is the outcome of it. Nothing happened to the front end cap. And nothing really happened to the Charlie ASR mount. And you can kind of pretty much tell nothing really much on the base. So it really is mostly up on the, definitely on the top part of the Omega 36M, and then the front of the bottom half. So anyways, after I did the mag dump, I went home, searched on Google. You know, I just typed in something like Omega 36M, you know, paint, Cerakote paint burning off. You'll get a bunch of, forums in there, mainly from Reddit. You know, and there's other people that have experienced the same thing. So I'm not going to say I'm the only one who experienced it. You'll get comments in there like, yeah, that happens. You know, call it in. They'll fix it. There's several other comments in there of people like, you know, is your Omega 36M intended to be a safe queen? You know, is it all for looks? You don't use it because this is going to happen. And, you know, if it's a safe queen, then yeah, you should probably send it in. But if you're planning to use it, you know, it's a beauty mark. And I get it. I get both sides of the comment. But again, I sat on it for about a week, and I just was asking myself, what do I want to do with it, right? You know, it's not a safe queen. Let's put it that way. I do run my stuff. And what made me decide to finally call it in for warranty is I'm going to switch over and show you, just to show you that I don't have safe queens. I've got a bunch of other cans. You know, so kind of in order here. That's a Hybrid 46, Energetic Armaments Vox S. That is the YHM R9, YHM Turbo K T2. And then I got a couple of Silencerco Sparrows 22 cal cans. And then I'm not going to take them out of the containers, but those are 2 Obsidian 45s and 2 Obsidian 9s. So the reason I wanted to show you that is on all these, I've done more than 2 mag dumps in a row on these cans. Like this Hybrid 46, I've run this sucker on my AK. I've run it on several ARs. I've done more than 2 mag dumps in a row. And look at that. The paint is perfectly fine. I mean, maybe some slight discoloration, but perfectly fine. This is, and I can do another video on this if you guys want me to at some point. This Energetic Armaments Vox S phenomenal can. This thing can withstand anything. Fantastic can. But my point in telling this is that, I mean, these are in like great condition, right? No discoloration, no paint peeling off. And, you know, these YHM products are literally half the price of that 36M. You know, and I've not had any problems. So my attitude was like, yeah, it's not a safe queen. I use it. But at the same time, if I compare it to my other cans, it shouldn't be looking like that after 2 mag dumps. So I decided I'm going to call it in. And on top of that, I shoot my cans a lot. I got friends and other people that see me shoot them. They ask questions. I told Silencerco, do you really want me saying after 2 mag dumps, this is what happened? And I've run 4 or 5 mag dumps in a row on these guys and their paint is fine. So, so I called it in. So I called it in and, I pretty much, the guy who answered the phone, can't remember his name, told him the exact same story that I pretty much already just told you here in the last 5 minutes. And he immediately stops me and says, you definitely have one of our first release or first versions of the Omega 36M. Because again, I purchased mine on June 18th of 2020. And he says that since then, the later iterations of the 36M, they've used a different type of Cerakote versus the one that they put on the first generation of the 36Ms, if you're even calling it the first generation. Anyway, my point is the first run of 36Ms, they use a different Cerakote. The newer ones now that they're, selling, they put a different Cerakote on it. He gave me the Cerakote type, but I didn't write it down. The point is they use a better high resistance one. I'm going to probably assume they're using the same one as they're using in the Hybrid 46 because this guy can withstand anything. So the guy says, yeah, no problem. We'll take care of it. I'll send you an email, provide you instructions. It'll, give you a FedEx label and just send it back to us. So, within about an hour, you get an email, and the first email you'll get is, he's just asking that, he'll be happy to set up, this RMA, put my name, my address, phone number, and then the dealer that I purchased it from, serial number of the can, and the year that I purchased it. And then they want to know a little bit about the firearm that you fired it on. In my case, it was, an AR. And then they want to know about the bullet, the type of ammo that you ran through it, description on that. And then they basically, again, just want a description of what the problem is so they know what to fix, which is pretty much what I just shared with you. Once you send that in, you'll get a second email. And a second email, it basically will, it'll have the link to the, FedEx label. They give you more instructions as far as, only put the parts of the can that needs to be fixed. So in my case, it's going to be the top and obviously the main body. They did tell me to go ahead and send in the front end cap. I asked them. They said they just want to make sure they're able to match the paint, or at least they're probably going to end up painting this one, I'm assuming. I asked them about the Charlie ASR mount, and they said, no, don't worry about that. Just, you don't need to send that back to us. But everything else, go ahead and send. So I'll be shipping it in this little container here. It's one of theirs. It's the same one they sent me when I did other RMAs in the past. And then, they also want you to put a copy of your tax stamp in there. And then that's going to be planned to be the box that I put it in. And let's see, what else did they say? That's pretty much it. I guess the only other comment I'm going to make is I've done 2 other previous RMAs with Sliencerco. One was I couldn't get this, not this particular one, but I had another 223 end cap on here. I couldn't get that sucker on there, man. It was on there. I called him up. I told him I couldn't get that thing off. No matter what I did, heated it up, all kinds of things. And they said, go ahead and send it in. They took care of it. They removed it. The other one was that I did an RMA on. I was having a problem with, I can't remember with the exact mount that I had issues with, but I sent that in. They took care of that as well. So fantastic service. I've also done an RMA on my Obsidian 45. I had a couple of end cap strikes. No problem there. My point is, when it comes to rugged and Silencerco, in my experience, at least when I've done RMAs, and they're phenomenal. I mean, fantastic warranty. No questions asked. I don't own any dead air products, but from what I hear from people as well, that dead air takes care of their people as well, in the same fashion that Silencerco and rugged does, which makes total sense when you think about it, right? Because Silencerco, at one point, the guys that run rugged and the guys that run dead air all worked at Silencerco at one point, branched off and started their own companies. So makes total sense that their warranty is the same. So in any event, I'll be doing a follow-up video on this. Today's May 31st, 2023. I'm going to package it up. Tomorrow will be June 1st. I'll go ahead and drop it into FedEx. will clock how long it takes. They told me it's going to take about 10 days. So I'm assuming that's business days. So I'll probably get it back in a couple weeks. And we'll do a part 2 to this video when I get the can back. We'll unbox it and I'll show you the job that they did and see what it looks like. All right, I'm hoping that this video helps somebody. And again, if you all want me to do any videos on any of these cans, the Obsidian 45s, the Obsidian 9, the Hybrid 46, Energetic Armaments Vox S, YHM R9, YHM Turbo T2, and the Silencerco Sparrow 22s. Kind of older now. A bunch of better 22 cans out there now. But if you want me to do a video, I'll be happy to do it. And then I can also do another video if you guys want of all the freaking parts that I got for all these cans. I can answer questions on that as well. All right, guys. We'll pick it up in a couple weeks. Talk to you then. All right. Hello, YouTube. It's prime time, back with part 2 of this video. So you've probably already watched the first portion of this video where I went over the issues that I had with my Omega 36M. And so this is the second part where I got the package back. So before I dive into opening this box and going over some dates and details, I need to make a correction. I stated that when I showed you those pictures of the YHM, it's actually not a Turbo KT2. It's just your standard size Turbo T2. So I apologize. I made that mistake. Anyways, we're not here to talk about YHM. We're here to talk about the Omega 36M. So let's just go over some dates because it's pretty impressive here. All right. So I contacted Sliencerco on May 30th, which was a Tuesday. I contacted them via, I called the 800 number. I can't remember the gentleman that picked up the phone. And, you know, I explained to him the issue that I was having. The next day, they sent me the RMA so that I could ship back the 36M for them to basically re-Cerakote. They received, so once I printed out the label, I shipped it out the next day, Thursday, June 1st. I think I dropped it off roughly at about, I want to say 11:30 a.m. on that Thursday, June 1st. It arrived at Silencerco that Monday, June 5th, and the tracking shows that somebody signed out for it at 10:54 a.m. So by the next day, what that be, June 6th, I got an email already from Silencerco stating the FedEx tracking that they're already shipping back my 36M. Oop, I misspelled. Anyways, yeah, so it went pretty quick. It was amazing. I mean, if you think about it, they got it at 10:54 a.m., right? It probably sat around in somebody's desk for about an hour or 2 hours. They opened it, Cerakoted it. The next day, they're shipping it out already. And I ended up getting it today, Thursday, June 8th, 2023. I signed off for it right around 12:30 p.m. So in short, guys, that's a 1 week turnaround. That's pretty damn impressive. So now you're going to see me open this thing in real time. And let's go over... Let's take a look at it together. I know, I don't have a knife, guys. All right, so you guys can see with me the way they packaged it back to me. All right, it's pretty good. And let me make sure I get a good angle so y'all can see that. Perfect. All right. Looking good on the camera. And there it is. So what did they send me here? Okay, good. I was worried about this because I actually forgot to remove this part of it when I shipped it. But they obviously were paying attention to detail that I left it. I removed the ASR mount, but I forgot to remove this piece of it. So I was really worried about that, but they're obviously paying attention to details. So good for you, Silencerco. I appreciate that. So they did mail me back. I don't even know what you call this. It's the housing, I think, for the ASR. All right. Well, let's see. Look at that. Wow. That looks really good. That is very impressive. That came across very well. I'm going to put it up here a little bit closer. Yeah, it looks really good. Trying to turn down here. Fantastic. Look at that. So I'm sure you guys can wind back. I may attach some pictures of it after I conclude this video. But wow, nice job, Sliencerco. Very happy with the customer service, the speed of the service, the way that they took my call. Just the entire RMA process was very impressive. You know, I mean, no suppressor company is going to be really perfect. I'm sure there's going to be some people on here that say, you know, hey, that's why I don't buy Silencerco products. They should have not had that issue to begin with and things of that nature. You know, I'm sure there's those people, but my attitude is, hey, you know, no company's perfect. It's all about the service and how they fix it. And you can see how fast and turnaround that was. It's very impressive. I'll continue to buy the products, promote the products. Thank you, Silencerco. Excellent job. Appreciate the quick turnaround. And this thing looks freaking brand new. Nice work. Thank you. All right, that concludes the video, guys. Put some comments below. Any questions? Be happy to answer it. And again, I think you guys saw all the other cans that I have. If you want me to do any videos on those specific things, excuse me, any one of those specific cans, let me know. I'll be happy to put a video together. If you guys want me to do a review on this and, you know, take some shots of me actually using it, and, you know, shots of it and things of that nature, or for any of the cans that I have, I'll be happy to do it. All right, guys, subscribe. Feel free to share comments. And again, thank you, Silencerco, for the excellent service. All right, guys, thank you.